From the dusty streets of a Brazilian favela to the brightest stadiums in the world, one name brought pure magic to football. He wasn't just a player. He was a phenomenon, a smiling wizard who made millions fall in love with the beautiful game. This is the story of Ronaldinho, the man who danced with the ball, conquered the world, and then faced a fall that no one saw coming. Ronaldo de Assis Moreira, known to us as Ronaldinho, was born on March 21, 1980, in Porto Alegre, Brazil. His family loved football, but life was a constant struggle. Growing up in the crowded, dangerous favelas, poverty was a daily reality. He played barefoot on streets filled with rocks and dust, but even then, his talent was undeniable. Local coaches saw something special in the small kid with the big smile, but proper training was a luxury his family couldn't afford. Then, tragedy struck. At just 8 years old, Ronaldinho lost his father. This devastating loss could have broken him, but instead, it ignited a fire inside him, a promise to honor his family's name through the one thing he had: football. Even with his incredible natural talent, Ronaldinho's path was anything but easy. At 13, he joined Grêmio's youth academy. While his skills were mesmerizing, coaches and older players often criticized his playful, free-spirited style. They saw it as a lack of discipline. He was too flamboyant, too unpredictable. Off the pitch, the dangers of his neighborhood were a constant threat. Peer pressure and street violence were always just around the corner, and football became his only escape. On top of that, he battled injuries and inconsistent performances during his teenage years. He failed trials and lost opportunities that almost crushed his dream before it could even begin. Many questioned if this street kid from Porto Alegre truly had what it took to make it. By the time he was 17, Ronaldinho was on the verge of breaking into Grêmio's senior team, but the pressure was immense. He wasn't an instant success. Coaches benched him, fans criticized him, and the local media questioned his ability to handle the professional game. The weight of expectation was crushing. There were dark moments when he considered giving it all up, wondering if all the sacrifice and heartbreak were worth it. But every failure taught him resilience. Every setback fueled his creativity. The criticism didn't break him. It inspired him to create the signature tricks and audacious moves that would later define his legend. Then came the breakthrough. In 1998, at just 18 years old, Ronaldinho made his professional debut for Grêmio and scored a sensational goal against their biggest rivals, Internacional. Suddenly, everyone was talking about him. By 2001, he made his big move to Europe, signing with Paris Saint-Germain. In France, he faced a whole new level of competition, a new language, and a new culture. But his talent was a universal language. It wasn't until he joined FC Barcelona in 2003, however, that his career exploded into superstardom. At Barca, he wasn't just a player, he was a king. He led the team to multiple La Liga titles and the coveted UEFA Champions League trophy in 2006. His infectious smile and joyous style of play made him a global icon. He was loved not just for his goals, but for the pure happiness he brought to the game. His skills were legendary. First, there was the elastico, also known as the flip-flap. He'd fake one way and, in a blink, go the other, leaving defenders tangled up and on the ground. He made this move his signature, dazzling millions. His dribbling wasn't just about speed, it was a rhythm, a dance with the ball at his feet. Multiple defenders would surround him, and he'd still glide through them effortlessly. People said he was dancing. Then there were his free kicks. Few could bend a ball like Ronaldinho. His shots would curl around walls, dipping into the net from impossible angles, leaving the world's best goalkeepers completely helpless. And of course, the no-look pass. He could read the game so perfectly that he passed the ball to a teammate without even looking, always one step ahead of the opposition. But the magic couldn't last forever. By 2015, Ronaldinho's time at the pinnacle of football was fading. He had a brief, unsuccessful stint at a Brazilian club, and after that, his career became a series of exhibition matches and promotional tours. On January 16, 2018, at 37 years old, he officially announced his retirement. There was no grand farewell match, no final stadium applause. The world just quietly realized that the show was over. After retirement, problems that had been lurking in the shadows began to surface. In 2018, Brazilian authorities fined him over 8 million reais for illegal construction near a protected lake. When the fines went unpaid, they confiscated his passport. The man who once crossed borders as a global ambassador could no longer leave his own country. It was a humiliating fall from grace. But the lowest point was yet to come. In March 2020, the world was shocked by unbelievable news. Ronaldinho had been arrested in Paraguay for attempting to enter the country with a fake passport. The football icon, the smiling magician, was taken into custody. After 5 long months and a settlement of around $200,000, he was finally released. The image of the Ballon d'Or winner as a prison inmate was a jarring end to a story that had once been so full of joy. After his release, Ronaldinho returned to Brazil and chose a quieter, more low-profile life. He started rebuilding, piece by piece. He began appearing in football legends' matches, attending sports events, and working as a brand ambassador. Most importantly, he launched social football projects for children, giving back to the game that had given him everything. His famous smile returned, but this time, it was quieter, more reflective. Today, Ronaldinho lives mostly between Brazil and his international travels for charity work and ambassadorial roles. He's no longer chasing greatness on the pitch. Instead, he represents a beautiful nostalgia, a reminder of the joy and creativity that football can bring in an era that's become increasingly tactical and serious. Ronaldinho's story teaches us a powerful lesson. Fame can disappear faster than it arrives. Talent opens doors, but life demands responsibility. He may not have ended his career as the undisputed greatest of all time, but his legacy is something different, something perhaps more meaningful. He will forever be remembered as the man who made football happy. He taught an entire generation that football isn't just about winning. It's about playing with a smile on your face. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more.